Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Muir. I'm doing my presentation on climate change and sea level rise and how emergency management can be effective for this situation. Um, so I got this picture online from one of the websites, and it shows and I've got the references at the end of the slides, but it shows basically what these sea level rise can end up doing one day to our cities. It's shows all these buildings inundated by water, and thought that was kind of an interesting picture. A little background on the climate change, global warming, and sea level rise. The glacier melt from the warming temperatures, and it's uh, it's causing the sea levels to rise. Thermal expansion. The water, it gets warmer, it expands, and then groundwater pumping is not as significant, but it is happening, and it's another contributor. So sea level rise is through the 1900s. It was about 0.06 inches per year, and then from 2006 to 2015, the rate change went to 0.14 inches per year, which is kind of gives you an idea that it was linear, but now it's maybe becoming exponential. And here's a graph to show that. You see the linear here, and then you can see right in here that 2006 to 2015 kind of starting to curve up a little bit. So hopefully we can control that. But anyway, for as far as emergency management, one of the things that needs to be done is we need to identify the risks due to the climate change and sea level rise. Um, Erosion is one of the risks, uh, and climate change causes increased consequences when natural hazards occur. So if you have, rising sea level, if you have a hurricane, flood, tsunami, storm surge, it's going to be worse for the areas in that can be affected by the disaster, because you've got increased sea level, and then you have a disaster event on top of that. Other things that risk that can occur: soil contamination, environmental and natural habitat destruction, and then the coastal residents are always at risk due to the rise in sea level. Um, Mitigation strategies. FEMA can update mapping. Resilience and infrastructure needs to be identified, and we need to strengthen our resilience for, you know, stormwater piping, sanitary sewer, buildings. I mean, everything. With need to update building codes and environmental regulations. And that'll need some advocacy and communication through the media, and have people really believing that climate change does exist. And there's a lot out there that don't think it is. It does. But other engineering solutions are seawalls, dune restoration, and converting degraded properties to wetlands. The wetlands can have a good effect on the environment, and they can reduce the CO2 emissions. Um, and then you would have evacuation or relocation of the population on the coast, and then infrastructure as well. Communications is another big thing. We need to provide information via internet, to create a better public understanding, and provide a detailed education plan and training and exercises for when the sea level rises occur. And these things are going to occur over 5, 10, 15 years. So, you know, and then in the next 100 years, we could have an 8 to 9 inch rise. And that's very, very substantial. Involvement, we need everybody involved, local communities, state government, federal government, United Nations. This is a global issue. So, you know, there's going to be got to be funding for it, and it's got to be everybody communicating and everybody working together. So in conclusion, we've got to look at our risks. We've got to do mitigation and planning. We've got to have communication throughout, you know, local, state and federal, and then on a global level as well. And the involvement, that's another thing, that everybody has to be involved. And then hopefully we can reduce the impacts. Here are my references for this this presentation, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.